There's something you've never said out loud. A part of you, a quiet, almost invisible part, doesn't really want things to get better. Not yet. And you don't know why. That feeling isn't weakness. It isn't selfishness. It's something far more interesting. And by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why your mind does this and what it's actually trying to protect. You know the feeling. You've been unhappy for a while now, maybe weeks, maybe years, and people around you offer solutions. They say, just change this, just try that, just think positive. And part of you wants to, but another part holds back, finds reasons why the solution won't work, returns to the same thoughts, the same loops, the same familiar ache. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you like suffering. It's that somewhere along the way, your brain learned something. It learned that this particular kind of misery is safe. Here is what psychology tells us. The brain is not wired for happiness. It is wired for predictability. There is a vast difference between the two. Happiness requires risk. It requires the unknown. It requires the terrifying possibility that things could be good and then fall apart. Misery, at least the familiar kind, has a shape. You know its edges. You know how deep it goes. And that familiarity registers in your nervous system as something close to comfort. This is not weakness. This is your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do, protecting you. The only problem is, it's using old maps for a territory that is changed. Let's go deeper. In psychology, there's a concept called identity-consistent cognition. The mind doesn't just think thoughts, it defends a narrative. The story you tell about yourself, who you are, what you deserve, how your life goes, becomes a kind of internal architecture. And the brain, particularly the prefrontal cortex, will filter reality to match that story. If your story is, I always end up alone, good things don't last for me, I'm not the kind of person who thrives, your brain will find evidence for those stories, selectively, automatically, without asking your permission. This is what cognitive science calls confirmation bias, but it runs deeper than most people realize. It doesn't just shape what you believe, it shapes what you allow yourself to feel. There's also a phenomenon called secondary gain. First described in clinical psychology, it refers to the hidden benefits that come with staying in pain. The sympathy, the lowered expectations, the permission to rest, the excuse not to try, the identity of being someone who has suffered, which in a strange way can feel meaningful, even noble. And then there's the neuroscience. When you repeat a thought, even a painful one, the brain releases a small amount of dopamine, not because the thought is good, but because it is familiar. Familiarity is a neurological reward. This is why rumination feels almost compulsive. You return to the wound not because you want to suffer, but because the brain has learned to associate that wound with something it recognizes, and recognition to the brain feels like home. So what do you do with this? Not force yourself to be happy, not perform positivity you don't feel, but begin to understand the mechanism and gently interrupt it. Here are 5 principles, each grounded in what we know about how the mind actually works. 1. Name the payoff. Ask yourself, what does staying here give me? Not to judge it, not to shame it, just to see it clearly. Because hidden rewards only have power when they remain hidden. 2. Separate identity from experience. You are not your sadness. You are the one observing it. This isn't spiritual bypassing. 3. Reduce the cost of hope. Most people think the opposite of despair is hope, but hope is terrifying when you've been disappointed before. 4. Interrupt the loop before it deepens. Rumination doesn't just reflect pain, it amplifies it. Each pass through the loop strengthens the neural pathway. 5. Grieve the version of you that needed this. This is the one most people skip. If misery has been your companion, your signal for rest, your identity, your proof that you have suffered and therefore earned something, then leaving it behind requires a kind of mourning. Here is the mental model to carry with you. Think of your mind as a navigation system that was programmed in an earlier season of your life. It learned, here be danger, stay close, don't move too far from what you know. The program isn't wrong, it was necessary, then. But you are not in that season anymore. The work is not to destroy the old programming, it is to update it, slowly, carefully, with evidence from the present, rather than memories from the past. Familiarity will pull, it always will, but familiarity is not the same as home. Home is somewhere you can grow, somewhere your nervous system eventually learns it is safe to expand. You are not strange for this. Every person who has lived inside pain long enough has built architecture around it, has learned to read its weather, has, in a small way, made peace with it. That is not a flaw. That is intelligence operating under difficult conditions. What changes is not your character, not your worth, only the map, only the quiet decision, not made once, but made again and again, that there may be a version of your life you haven't let yourself imagine yet. Not because you weren't capable, but because you weren't ready. And maybe now, just a little, you are.